I'm just watching and waiting. Anybody got any ideas? I'm open for suggestions. It's about now that I get to see, okay, after this first 30 minutes or so, how is this market really working? Is it responding to the levels that we've put out there and where we've opened up and stuff like that? I'd say yes. Uh, as we move in from the areas from yesterday into the day, a lot of time there's a little carryover. Yesterday numbers work a little better than these, and as we move into the day, then we progress into different numbers. For some reason, this the levels just seem to just not be. We had yesterday. We had a 67, and that 67 worked really well. Our Globex high last night was at 68, 67. I mean 67.75. That was also our high. That was also our settlement price in there. Imagine that. We're back to the 57. We're above our 54, which is a good sign. At 57 was an area yesterday that between that 46 and that 57, that's where we got run over yesterday morning. But the area seems to be pretty good due to the fact is that it's still reacting off of it. It worked yesterday afternoon. It worked last night. Worked again this morning. You know, you could theoretically take and just draw you a line, a horizontal line on your chart at any level, and it could work or it could not work. The question is how do you trade it? How do you get in, get out, make money at the trade? And, I did the sin this morning. I traded that 45. I mean, yeah, the 55. I traded the 55, and then it blew through there, and then I traded the 60. And I was looking to get, to get at least get back to like 54, in which it did. It took it a few minutes, but it got there. I thought I'd made a big error, and it went lower. But at that point in time, I had already suffered a pretty good drawdown. I'm going, just get me out of the trade. There'll be other opportunities. I didn't lose any money, but with that said, this thing can keep going, and you do not want to be on the wrong side of this thing, because we're running a VIX of 30. This thing can run a long ways. We had 100+ point range yesterday. That's just insane. So it's moving around an awful lot. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, it is. I'm like I say, I'm using the 68. I'm a little bit ahead of that. You just never know how much momentum these things are going to have going into an area. But that said, I still have a several areas to the upside up there that we need to get back to, and one of them is 38.43. Now, when and how, I have no idea. And also, we still have that big old gap that we had from a week ago, close to 38 something, 38.80, somewhere in there. Oh, does that mean I'm going to jump out and buy it? No. We should have a little resistance up here at the 65 area, 66. We're coming up to our 68 area. We got to get back to that 68 to have any, to be able to get to back to the open. So we went above 54. We retested our high. We're heading for our next level up at 68. Richard pointed out that 69.50 was the close of yesterday. Man, we got to the 67 and change. I'll be right back. Let's see. I think we're going to need some numbers above that 68. 75 ought to work. I'm going to put in 75, 87. Let's see. We got to give you some numbers above the 75. It worked. Let's see. Uh, 87 will be the next level up. 96, 3807, and 17. Trophy. Let's see. There's some more levels in the chat. Well, it didn't do it. Let me try it again here. Try that. I stuck some new numbers in the chat for you. Above the 75, we have 87, 96, 3807, and 17. If you took the 75, you did all right on the 75. That 68 didn't give you but about a minute to make up your mind what it is, but it did work. Next level above 75 is going to be our 87 area. We've got a little resistance up here at the 85 area. Better at 87. coming up into our 87 area. Man, that was quick. I would look to see that 82 area, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I scalped the trade. We're not getting big rotations back to the downside. We're kind of in an uptrend right at the moment. Let's see, we got 87. We got 96 as the next area. I'm really shocked we didn't rotate back to 82. But it is what it is. The angle this thing is parabolically going up. It's not pulling back much right at the moment. The levels are working. We're just not getting 4 to 5 points out of most of them. You know, we're getting anywhere from 2 to 3, sometimes 4, but they're fast. I mean, I got filled at 87 and got out at 85. Just blink of an eye. Our VIX is still running that 29.84 handle, close to a 30. It's about where we were yesterday. Yeah, Brad has posted a link in here if you're the new member. Okay. Now it's going to rotate to 82. Yep. I just thought it was going to rotate to 82. Coming in at 9:30. We're above yesterday's high. There's no news today. I don't know if there's any Fed Fed speakers out there speaking. I don't have that news feed, and I don't usually go looking for it. If they are, whatever they are, the market's liking it and they're sending it up. They chewed around in this 87 range for about the last 6 minutes. So if you took it, you had a choice to either scratch it, take a little bit of profit. And now I'm sitting here waiting. We get above 89, we should see that 96 here. It's just having a hard price at the time wanting to get down to the 82. Well, we went from being down 50 points to now we're up 17 points. And they're now letting it rotate back down. So now we're going to get to see what they want to do with the 96 area. I have a lot of cluttered resistance here at 91. You know, I had a feeling this morning it was going to go up, but I didn't realize it was going to go this far, this fast. As long as we stay above 54, I'm bullish on this thing. Don't mean I won't trade it to the downside. It just, as it stands right now, there's nothing there. I know we have a little resistance here at 90, but it's not worth taking the trade. Not since we had the 87 right there. I've got 96 as the next level, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see it run to 97. We have a little support back at 85. Today hadn't been an all bad day. It's not been a super duper great day, but uh, I got to see us get down to 83 to go lower. Right there, we're not there yet. I'm trading right there at that 87. We're just not getting, I mean, our levels are working. We're just not, they're not big swings. It's just kind of like it's a one way market. It wants to go up for right now. I mean, you just have to catch a pullback somewhere there and buy it and see what happens. But other than that, just wait for the levels, be patient. We are coming up to our 96 area. You know, I had a target yesterday of 98. I believe in this 96. There, you're getting paid off if you took the 96s. The 96s worked all right. I had 96, 97, and 98 in there. We got the 97, 75. Should have touched 98, but close enough. It was good for 2 to 3 points out of there so far. If you're still holding one, you just control your risk at that point. I'd like to see us rotate all the way back down to 86, but I don't know that it'll do it. But we'll wait and see. But I was really expecting that 98 last night, and it went the other way. How many of you out there actually keep a log of levels? Anyone? Well, our next level is going to be up at 3807. I would look to see 86 out of this trade. Let's put it this way. We get to 86, I would be covered. Doesn't mean it can't go lower, but the 86 area is probably a pretty good zone to cover at. Like right in there. Good. What all do you put? You just put the levels on your charts? Or are you putting daily highs and close and settlements and all that stuff on there? The reason I'm asking this, I keep a log, but it's kind of like I keep my open, high, low, and closes, which if I really have a question, I can just swing over to my daily chart and it'll give me all that information. So it's a question on, if I'm not using it and I can't get a use out of it, then why am I logging it? So that's the reason I'm kind of asking you what you put on yours. I put down my pivot, resistance, support, stuff like that. And then what it did last night. Well, if you're still holding that thing, you're doing good. I'm out. But I can't figure out, I'm kind of reevaluating a lot of different. Okay, if I'm not using it on my chart, I don't need it. We know that 84 was the high of yesterday, or at 83.75. So we found a little support back at that high. Yeah, there's the 82 finally. I'm just tickled to death to get out without losing money. And yes, I had the same problems everybody else. I let my losers run and my winners, I jump out too quick. But usually the price action, as it's unfolding, it's leaving clues to where we should come back to, but it doesn't mean we're going to. It may not. It may take a day, an hour, or a month. We don't know that. But once we do turn and we're at we got in at a level which was on the upper end of that thing, and so your risk was really pretty tight. And so, like all these levels, we're looking for a lot of pushes like this during the day, and usually they'll happen. At least they have been lately with this high volatility and these huge intraday ranges. Is just, we went from 50, to up. We're 70 plus points from not the very low, but from, well, I guess we were low at 54 this morning, and then we were up. We're up to about 1850 now. We were up to 24. So just the 50 and the 20 is a 70-point range. So it's just kind of like, we ought to, this would seem to make sense that we ought to be able to capture a few points out of these things as it's moving around. But you got to control your risk, because we don't know what it's going to do now. Are we going to take it all the way back down? If we do, I'm going to have to get back below 54 before I get excited to the downside. Doesn't mean I'll take, if I'm at a level or I see some price action which says, okay, take a short here, I will. But, my level has been hit. I've taken the short. I've gotten out of the short. Now I'm just sitting back and waiting. We're below our 87. And then, it's kind of neat to, these numbers were given out before we were ever even here this morning, and to see how they work, how they become support, and how they become resistance. So the areas, and if you learn to look at them and say, okay, where is it? And that's kind of the reason I say sometimes it's nice to put lines on your chart if you're new to this, because you can't, I don't have the infinity to remember a lot of numbers. So, or the capabilities, either one. But visually I can see them. And so when we shorted up at 87, where do I expect it to go? Well, I mean, at 96, where would I expect it to go? Well, probably down to at least 91. And if we break the 91 area, I would look to the next level down, which would be 87, which that's kind of where we went down to. So I'm looking at these as we break these ceilings on the way up. I'm using them as areas to come back down to on the way down. So I can see us going from this one to that one to that one to this one, and intermediates. And so, especially like now, between now and 12 o'clock, the trading slows down. Here in a few minutes, Europe, they've got to be shutting down. So that's probably where a lot of this stuff is coming. That pullback came from was people getting out of their longs and getting ready to shut down for today. Don't know that. It would make sense to do that. So I know that every day about 10 o'clock to 10 to 10:45, somewhere in there, you have to kind of watch it. To get ready for these pullbacks. But, we traded because we were at a number, not time, not based on what Europe was doing or anybody else. That's what the number said, trade this number. We traded it, and it worked. We've had some that didn't work some that you just didn't have a whole lot of time to make up your mind. You may wanted 10 points out of it, but it wasn't going to give it to you. So we can only make what it gives us. But if anybody's got an idea on what to put in the log that might be useful, I'm all ears. Please feel free to share. And if I can figure out a use for it, I'll log it. Let's see, where should we go today? I am sitting in a long position. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it or not. Yeah, I had to get out of that one. I looked for another spot to reposition. We know that we have a little at 75 area. If I take a position in this area, I'm going to have to run a 20-point stop. It's going to be expensive if I'm wrong. I can tell you this. I've moved from scalping to position trading now, and that's not a good thing to do. I will move my stop to break even and see what happens. I may have to get back in again, but that's okay. I got stopped out. All right. Well, I believe in this position. I know 75 is a good area in there. We also have a blue band coming in at 64. I was actually able to get in a little better price than what I was in the last time. I got in at 74 the last round. The first area I would expect would be up there at the 85 area. We know we got a little resistance here at the 80, 81 area, 82. need to see 82. I'm not gonna. There's money on the table now, so it's kind of like I'm not giving it back to them. Yeah. We see 82. I'm taking half my position off the table. We got the 81.75, 81.50. All right, I may have to take a little less than what I wanted. Come on. Oh, well. There we go. Yeah, I feel better. So I'm still long one from the 74 area. We're going to hit a little resistance right up here at this high at 84. Bad thing about sitting in these trades like this, yeah, you're in a good position. You got 8 to 10 points in the trade already. but it may take all day for it to get up there. You what? And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I am out of the trade. I am now flat. We should go back up and test that 97 area. I captured about half that range. It's good enough. I tried to get in it once and it stopped me out. I move it, stop up to break even. Then we came down and I got in and it stopped me out again. And I got in again. And finally it went. So guys, it's 10:30. I will does anyone need the levels, or if you need them, I'll be glad to post them again. If not, then tomorrow's Thursday. I have no idea what the news outlook is for Thursday and Friday. Okay. Sure, I can do that. There you go.
He wanted to jump in and thank Don for covering Saul while he is out playing out at Pebble Beach. Those that haven't signed up for the service, take a moment to look in your chat area and take a moment to make sure you're signed up. It's a nominal charge as a subscriber. It's also discounted at the moment, so it's a better opportunity for you. So if you haven't signed up, make sure you're signed up today. and we appreciate it. Sigrid, Jaya, everybody else, Mauricio. And Don, how you doing today? I saw you slugging it out.
Oh, this typical day, it just slowed down. Have you gotten an email from Saul with pictures?
I haven't gotten anything. I did
Man,
communicate with him the day before yesterday, I think.
You did?
And I just haven't seen the pictures yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. I hope he's having a wonderful time.
Absolutely, and I appreciate all you do.
Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just trading. It's kind of nice just to have some company when you're doing this.
Absolutely. You know, when I pop up the the opportunity for them to subscribe, don't hesitate to remind them, because sometimes I think they don't know what
Yeah. Okay.
you know, whether we charge or not. And we charge, it's not a lot, but it just shows you who we should lean to.
Yeah.
You know, based on the opportunity. And then if they don't subscribe, we just exit them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I
Problem.
appreciate it. You guys, you have a great rest of your day. I'll be in and out. And
Okay.
if you want to pop in and out, that's completely up to you.
Okay. Thanks so much.
You got it, buddy. So again, if you haven't signed up for Saul's subscription here for this Trade Along live session from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, with the body of the trading and the action between 9:30 and 11:30, make sure you sign up. I did send it out to everybody in the chat area. So I'll look for you in the background. Make sure that you're accounted for. Hey, Frank, how are you? Kenneth, Richard, KG. Everybody else, I'll just be in the background. Thank you. Take a moment to hit the link and get yourself signed up. Well, over 3 months is pretty good. Hey, Frank. Yeah, I had some neck surgery yesterday, and I'm just waiting on the results. We got there at 5:30 in the morning. Left here at 5, got there at 5:30, which wasn't bad. And then it's a long day. But it's nice to see the markets moving and everybody happy.
Well, I hope everybody made some money this morning. I know coming out of the gate, it came out strong, and it hit the levels, and it bounced really fast, and you just had to take a little bit and go to the next one.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
And for those of you that are new to the room, my name is Don Jenkins, and I'm a student of Saul's. You know, I don't work for Saul. I'm just filling in for Saul. He's entrusted me to hopefully not break his system while he's gone. But I hope the numbers have been beneficial. We've been up, down, and sideways. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I will be in the background. Brad will be in the background. Basically, I'm finished for today. I will probably come back in this afternoon. I did yesterday afternoon. I just didn't come online. So anyway, if not, we'll be here tomorrow and Friday, I believe. So I will talk to y'all later.
Thanks, Don. Well, the service includes what you just got today from Don. It's a daily trade along live session, educational only. Saul and Don give out the levels for the morning session. These are the areas of interest, levels and zones. You trade along with Don or Saul during the morning session. Get to ask questions, interact, utilize them as a trade along partner in your endeavor. So if you're a trader that has skill, then this is a great opportunity for you to do better in your trading. Help you with your discipline. And looking to turn a profit. If you're interested in learning how to trade, then you would join this as a subscriber. So first you would join this as a subscriber for the trade along session. As a trade along subscriber, you qualify to be part of Saul's trading course. And then we have a private trading consultation to see if you qualify for the course. And then that comes with this package together, where you take his course, you work with Saul on a private level, you come in here on a daily basis as a proving ground and an access point to him. That's what you get. Mauricio, you've been around enough to know that. And I'll send out the opportunity here again to everyone. It's going to come in your chat area. Just make sure you sign up now. I'll look for you in the background. I don't want to be exiting people.
Richard asked a question, do I trade the Globex? And the answer is I do. And the reason for that is when I first started trading, I learned to trade at night, or trade the night market, so to speak. So yeah, these numbers are usually good until tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning, where we get out new ones. And I trade it every night now. Saul does not, there's enough trades in the daytime around here to, we can, it's real easy to overtrade. I know that. I was going to look at something real quick.
Hey, Mauricio, we do everything in here. So the link that I just sent you is a link for the subscription. Do you not have it in your chat?
Yeah, Richard, we've normally, when the market used to be a little bit calmer, we used to say we're looking for 3 to 5 trades a day. And that's just, you can't trade the levels until it gets to a level. That's just, in some days the market just does not move far enough. And so we give out the levels based on kind of what this market is doing, how far it's traveled. And we've got these numbers spread apart, anywhere from 10 to 12 to 15 points sometimes. And so that's just the levels. Now, if you take Saul's course, you will find out there's other areas to trade, and there's more to trade than just the levels. We do take price action trades. earlier I was trying to position a swing trade at 74, and I was looking for really a 97 target. But I said, if we make it to 94, that's about a 20-point run. That's good. And we're sitting up there. I just got tired of it just chopping around, and I got out the trade. But I got half that range or a little more of it, so I'm happy. I don't care. But yeah, I watch the Globex. Depending on what it's doing during the day, especially like in the afternoon or something, we're more focused here on scalping from about 8:30 to about 10. And if you notice that after about 9:30, 10 o'clock, this thing slowed way down. I mean, just to gain that, we went 70 points in the first probably 30 minutes or so. Not 70 points. We were down to the low of last night, 54, and we opened up. We jumped up 20-something points real fast. 43, 53, 63. We jumped up almost 30 points in the first 30 minutes. And so, but yeah, it doesn't. And if you don't like this market, you can trade other markets. I mean, if you're a NASDAQ trader, you can trade over in the NASDAQ. What we do is the same. The only difference is the numbers are going to be different. And our reasoning still stays the same. The reason that we're getting in and out of trades is because we expect reactions at these points. And so that's about it. But yeah, I do like trading the Globex. My trouble is that I get to trade, and I'm up all night long, and come the next day I'm dead to the world. It's kind of like, nah. But I will, if I see a good position trade and I have a good feeling on what this thing's going to do, I'll put up, but used to, we would run 3 and 4 point stops at night, and that was plenty sufficient because the average move of a night market used to be at 10 points. Now you wake up and you can be 60, 70, 80 points up or down. And, and I used to put a 30-point stop out there just as a big safety net thing, just in case some geopolitical thing popped open and it took me out. I said, it's not my ideal situation, but I'm not going to stay up all night and babysit this thing. I need to give it room to move. And I was usually looking at 10, 15-point moves when I did that. And but now with the volatility in this market, if I trade at night, I'm sitting with it, or I've got to stop really tight. I'm either going to make money or get out. But there's usually enough trades during the day in the morning hours to give you everything that you really need. Especially in this market, we got a VIX up close to 30, so this thing's moving around fairly rapid. And we're getting big hourly bars. Look at that 5-minute chart on the right. That thing's just parabolic, going straight up almost. And so it's just, there's no need to trade at night. I learned to trade at night, and I don't have a problem trading at night. I like the night market, but Saul does not teach that. And when I trade the night market, it's liable to sit in one spot for 45 minutes to an hour. You think, is this thing ever going to move? Then all of a sudden it takes off. I mean, you can go outside and watch the grass grow quicker than you can watch that night market move a lot of times. I mean, even on the dome, you may be, this thing's jumping around, you may be at 90 and it may be 90 and a quarter, 90, 90 and a quarter, 90 for, 15, 20 minutes, not even moving. It's just, or just sitting there doing nothing.